Tell you this, I will never lose to a white boy in my life. I don't care what nobody got to say. Listen, can't no white boy beat me on any day of the week.
Really listen to me.
What?
White men can't.
Box. What's going on, y'all? Micah here, and I'm back with another boxing video. And it looks like what Devin Haney said there is gonna ring true. I had to go ahead and change my mind about the fight. I watched it again yesterday on the big screen. Last time I streamed the fight, like I said, I streamed it and it was on a computer. The computer has a slightly smaller screen, and I wasn't able to somehow cast it on my big screen because, you know, streaming sometimes is extremely bootleg. But when I re-looked at the fight, there was a lot of things that I missed the first time. Also, some things I did differently was kind of tuning out the announcers, or, you know, more so just looking at the guys fighting. And I have to say that it looks like Devin Haney took that fight, man. And I feel bad that I even doubted against him, or, you know, kind of went against him. I was trying to be fair out here in these streets, but when did them folks ever fair with us? When they ever fair with us, man? And I guess this is kind of unfortunate, man. It's kind of how the U.S. got us, where we feel like, man, we're trying to be fair with those folks. Like, bro, Devin Haney won most of those rounds, bro. It was probably 7-5. And 7-5, I would say, is kind of generous. It could either be 7-5, or some of you guys would say it was a draw. But when you look at the fight, I'd say round one, Devin Haney outpointed Lomachenko. A lot of people don't look at body shots. They're just looking at head shots. And I think that Devin Haney outlanded Lomachenko both head and body in that first round. Also, the second round, I would say that Haney took that one. The third round, it gets a little murky. Lomachenko comes in there and, you know, he does a little bit more numbers. He's landing a few more things. Also, I would say the same thing for round four. That one's also a toss-up. I'd say round 3 and 4 are toss-ups where you could say they go either way. But I would also say that due to Devin Haney's ring generalship, that I would say he probably would take those rounds, because that also counts. A lot of people that don't really know boxing don't really think about all that different stuff. A lot of casual fans are only thinking about head shots, not body shots. So there's a lot that's not being seen out here in these streets. Also, another thing I would like to note about Lomachenko is when he was throwing those flurries, yeah, they were nice and they were fast, but he was not landing a lot. He was not connecting a lot, and there were pitter-patter punches on top of that. Lomachenko was punching as if he was hitting the double end bag, not the heavy bag. And we know when you're boxing, yeah, you need a couple of them double end bag speed punches, but for the most part, you need them heavy bag punches. And Lomachenko was doing a lot of double end bag punches. So I don't really think that would get you the win, man. We also got to look at the impact of the punches that Lomachenko had. Yeah, there were a couple that he had that was good blammers, but he didn't really do too many blammers. I'll say, what we on round 5? I'd say Devin Haney probably took that one. Round 6, I'd say Devin Haney. I would say up until round 9, you could possibly give Devin Haney most of those rounds. You give Devin Haney most of those rounds. Maybe you give Lomachenko 2 rounds out of the 9. Out of the first 9, 10 and 11, I'm going to give those to Lomachenko. That's when he really shined through. He was able to knock Haney. Well, not really knock Haney, but he was able to kind of hurt Haney. You could see that some of the punches had a little bit of effect on Haney. Like, you know, like he kind of like stumbled a little bit after he got hit with one shot. He was getting backed up a few times. He was getting hit with them flurries. The flurries were actually like landing a little bit more towards the end. Then round 12, I think that Devin Haney pressed the gas and he took that round. And the one thing I'll say about that is even the haters were saying that Devin Haney took round 12. So there's not really any argument there. I think even Lomachenko said, yeah, I thought I won, so I took off the gas. Who does that? What idiot does that? That's not a championship level fighter mentality. You take off the gas because you think you won. Bro, that makes no sense, bro. When it comes to boxing, bro, if you're somebody who's an amateur or even a professional, I don't know if you're a professional, you should know this, but amateurs, all my young amateur guys, the judges tend to look at those last rounds. Some judges are so dumb. They'll be like, yeah, that last round, he really pushed it out. And yeah, you might have bombed the first 2 rounds, but that last round, you really, really pushed it out good. And now the judges are like, yeah, we want to give him the fight because he put that extra in. And I think that, that pretty much cost Loma the fight. But like I said earlier, the things that I noticed that I didn't notice last time, Devin Haney was landing a lot of body shots. A lot of body shots. That right hand to the body, not only was it beautiful, but he was landing it a lot. He was also landing a few left hooks to the body that were not accounted for. There was a lot of times where the white announcer would be like, oh, wow, Lomachenko, yeah! And Lomachenko wasn't really doing anything. He'd be like, look at the hand speed of Lomachenko. But Lomachenko didn't do anything. He just threw something fast. It'd be like, it's like when you got them little sorry novice jokers getting in there and they get on the speed bag and they hit it fast, but you know they can't really fight. It's like that. Lomachenko was doing a lot of razzle dazzle, but it wasn't really smazzling. You know what I'm talking about? And I think one of the big things with Lomachenko that makes him seem so great, I mean, of course he's white, so white guys don't really have much to hang on to when it comes to sports, so they're gonna love on Lomachenko hard. But then you've got to take into account that Lomachenko is a top-notch athlete, and not just for a white guy. I would say Lomachenko is a pretty solid athlete, just in general. Lomachenko has good footwork. He has finesse footwork. He doesn't look like a little goofy white dude that you see that's like, what the hell, boy, what you been doing? He's got good hand speed, all that kind of stuff. He does little tricks. He's got fast hands. So that razzle dazzle, along with Lomachenko's whiteness, is going to definitely bring them folks out and have them folks like, oh, we want Lomachenko to win. So yeah, man, you got to take that into account. The color commentators, the white dude was definitely biased. Tim Bradley was medium biased. He'd be like halfway kind of wetting up Lomachenko, and then halfway he kind of come to his senses. Andre Ward, I would say, was probably like a quarter biased. For the most part, he was keeping it real. And then, sometimes he'll wait up Lomachenko again. Like, he was probably the only one that would call out certain things that Devin Haney would do that the other dudes weren't calling out. I think that one little old white dude that they got commentating, I think he needs to get on up out of there. He's not even a boxer, so there's no real point in you goddamn, being there. And like I said earlier in my other videos, I don't think that anybody needs to be judging or commentating, really, to be honest, that has never been punched in the face in a boxing fight. I don't care if you've been punched in the face in the gym. We need to see what you did when it came to a couple, 2-3 boxing fights. We know that's a whole different arena. That's a different atmosphere. You might get tired just goddamn getting ready to come into the ring because your nerves are so bad. So yeah, man, I just don't think that people that don't box should really be in that thing, man. I think that once again, not Lomachenko, but Devin Haney won the fight. He landed a lot of body work. He landed a lot of shots that were unaccounted for, that were unannounced during the fight. If you go back and watch it again, you will see there were several body shots and jabs. We know that Devin Haney has a great jab. There were several jabs he landed. There were a couple hooks that I would say were blammers that Devin Haney landed. So I got to go ahead and give it to Devin Haney. And I'm sorry I went against my brother. I'm sorry I went against my brother trying to be on that kind of just that fair, not even on the coon train, but on the, trying to be fair for them folks, man. And and this also makes me kind of look at Lomachenko slightly different. Because after the fight, I was like, yeah, man, Lomachenko showed great poise and frame control by not going haywire and, letting his emotions get the best of him. But now I think about it and I looked at the fight a little closer. Lomachenko did indeed lose that fight. He got touched up for the most part. He lost a very close one. I can understand why he feels the way he feels, but for him not to shake the man's hand or, to be acting funny and lame like that, bro, I don't like that, bro. And then also before the fight, Lomachenko didn't really sell the fight or anything, which I think is lame. I think he was on some goddamn, I'm fighting a black American. Yes, we do not sell the fight for these guys. I'm going to beat him because he's black. He's from Ukraine, Azov Battalion. How them folks are, man. But yeah, I'm not really rocking with that. So yeah, man, Lomachenko, he is kind of lame, man. Looks like Devin Haney will ride off into the sunset, never letting a white boy beat him ever again in life, unless Josh Taylor gets past Teofimo Lopez, and then the next fight is Devin Haney versus Josh Taylor. Otherwise, there are no white boys that I can really see that that could do as far as getting a W over Devin Haney. I did see that Lomachenko got a white privilege WBC mandatory position. We're going to talk about that in another video. Yeah, man, as far as other white dudes that are pretty good at boxing, what we got, what's your boy? The Smith bros. They done already got beat down by Canelo. I don't think any of them have really fought in a black American fighter. I think they fought Chris Eubank, but that's different. I don't care what none of y'all say. Black American guys versus UKs or black Brits or Africans or Caribbeans. We just are different, man. We got a different finesse about our game, no matter what it is. Whatever sport, we just got a different kind of movement. Everything's different. I'm not saying them guys are bad. They definitely are pretty close, but they ain't the same, bro. Just in my opinion. But yeah, I guess you guys got Tyson Fury. Y'all are so happy that he beat Deontay Wilder. Y'all got Better Biev. He's getting old. He's 35 right now. I don't know if let's see. I don't know who can goddamn. Somebody probably take him up out of there soon. Goddamn, who else y'all got? If Josh Taylor can't beat Teofimo Lopez, go ahead and that's all she wrote for the white boys in the smaller weight classes, because there's no other white dudes I know that are really good in the smaller weight classes. I don't know anybody in middleweight that's good. Billy Joe done already got exposed by Canelo and a couple other white dudes, because that's all Canelo fights is white dudes and randoms, washed up old guys. But yeah. That's it for the video, man. I'm going to come back with some more. If you feel a certain way about it, rewatch the fight. Watch it on a bigger screen where you can actually see it. Maybe watch it without the color commentary, because some folks are very biased, and that definitely sways your opinion. You know, the boos from the crowd, the yells from the crowd, all that kind of stuff makes a difference on how you perceive the fight. So make sure you go in there with I guess objective lens in the streets or whatever, and see what you think about it. But yeah, man, if you watched up to this point, thanks for watching. Have a great day, and I'll see y'all next time.